Guys, what's going on? As you can see, it is snowing and nasty out here, and that is the exact reason why we have Mr. TRX-4 here. We're going to FPVM. We're also going to walk around a little bit because that is the fun part of building a scale or a crawling trail vehicle, is to get outside in nature. Now, I'm testing out my waterproofing and building skills out here in this. We will see how everything goes. Got everything fired up and running. We can take a look at all the lights and all that good stuff here. There you go. You can see all the lights are running, all that stuff. Steering is good. We've got good throttle. All right, guys, part of making this FPV crawler is, first of all, getting a model that can just almost plow through anything out of the box without spending a bunch of money, and then being able to upgrade it with free upgrades that you can do with obviously no money, or adding parts to it to make it a even more superior build. Now, the TRX Sport is a massively capable model right out of the box, and it is just amazing with the portal technology that are in there to get you some additional ride height and also eliminate the torque twist the way that this 4x4 thing is set up. First thing that I recommend everybody to do, you'll see all kinds of these videos online. I'll let you know what I've done here. I have raised my bumpers by flipping the mounts around and moving the back to the front to the back. That gives you a amazingly more approach angle, as you can see back here. I mean, I could stick my entire arm underneath here and not get anything touching at all. Now, part of that is going to be that you're going to have to also do a lot of trimming on your body, which actually isn't too bad. We'll be trimming away the outer fender wheels, we'll be trimming away some of the bumpers in the front and the back in order to make these fit, and it actually ties together really well and still works with the scale light kit. The other thing that I did was I moved up these rock sliders that kind of hang down a little bit. I put some standoffs in here from like my quadcopters, and you can see now that they are completely even with the bottom tray here. So that way I've got more clearance here and I can slide over obstacles even more and not get things hung up at all. So that was a really nice thing that made a good impact. And then when you trim the body, it actually makes the body look more scale in appearance. Looks a lot better. Now you can see I've got a lot more going on here, and these are more of the paid upgrade type of things that we'll talk about later. But some more of the free upgrades that you can do is, if you're going to be out in a lot of water and snow and stuff like that, of course, is to use our friend Plastidip. Plastidip things like some extra connectors, things like that. Chances are you're not going to have any problem, but on places where I use like servo extensions and stuff, I just stuff a little bit of Plastidip down in there, or dip the connectors if possible, just to add a little bit extra insurance. So the other thing, in order to make this thing have a nice little droop, is I have raised the shock limiters almost all the way to the top, and I do plan on changing the oil out in the shocks as well, so they will compress a little bit slower. I want full extension when I go over obstacles, but I also want the heavier oil in there to slow the rise, so that way the back wheels and the stuff will stick a lot more, and they'll be a lot harder whenever it's coming on or off of an obstacle. So basically, more resistance through less resistance, if that makes any sense. There's also a lot of dead weight on here. Now, we want our crawler to have weight where it counts, down low. We don't want it all hanging up here on the top and everything like that. So if you see my scale body that I have that has the cage on it and stuff like that. I've done a lot of cutting and removed a lot of stuff off of that. You know, the body itself was like about $40, so I probably cut away at least $20 worth of that stuff. But that enables it to actually flex a lot more and not rub, and it keeps the weight off the top so things don't teeter-totter around. So I've also cut off things like the faux winch up here. I've cut off the back tail hitch that sticks out, anything that will intrude on this and keep me from getting those bumpers tighter and higher and still retaining that amount of clearance to approach an obstacle or for things not to get held up inside. Here's the body that comes with the TRX Sport Pro, and you can see that I actually have trimmed a lot away here and the sides and back here, and also back here in the back where the bumper is and in the front. And that's just so this body will set on there perfectly and you don't have to worry about things rubbing, and it also allows you to still maintain all of that extra height availability without causing too much of an issue. If we take a look at the scale body here and the cage kit, you can see how I have removed all the material and stuff on there. I still have my FPV stuff on the front. And again, you can see how I have made those cuts and corrections to the body. But if you look closely, you can see that the hard plastic inserts still fit into play. You would have to move up the back body posts by 1 or 2 positions and 1 in the front, so that way everything does sit nice and flush. And yeah, everything looks really good when you're done with that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool that you can get so much more performance out of this truck just by doing a couple free things. And if you want to start throwing a little bit of money at it, part by part, or do it all at once or whatever, I'll have another video coming up and we'll show you guys exactly everything that I have done to this truck so far, and we'll go from there. So we will see you guys on the next video.